Earlier today, we heard from Hamas saying it is indeed prepared to accept President Trump's Gaza peace plan. They say they are agreeing to some elements of the plan right off the bat, including the release of all remaining hostages, but other elements require more negotiations. So we're waiting to hear more on this as we have News Nation's Robert Sherman covering it. He's live from Tel Aviv. He was on as the news broke with us. News Nation's Kellie Meyer live from the White House on the North Lawn. I said the president basically, Kellie, sent out the Hamas statement, right? Are we getting anything else in terms of context from the White House and their reaction to all of this since it broke?
Well, we are learning that the president is actually filming a response to Hamas's acceptance, as he's calling it, as Hamas is putting it, and Arab officials are putting it to us. He's filming that now in the Oval Office. Caroline Levitt, you can take a look here, posting this photo a short time ago on her X page, saying that they are filming that response. So we've been asking White House officials what their thoughts are on this, and they have been saying, wait for the president, and here we see the president is actually filming something that he will likely post on his True Social page, and that's when we were refreshing his page and found that he shared Hamas's response to him, kind of outlining what they think of this deal. And this all comes after when we were in the state dining room on Monday when President Trump talked about his Gaza peace plan alongside Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He notably said that he supports that plan. But when we were talking with sources throughout this week, Connell, especially Arab officials, they were saying things like that this plan kind of put them in an impossible situation where they were going to have to maybe say no. And this response back is sort of them saying, we accept, and here are some of our caveats with this, or things that we still want to negotiate on. The way an Arab official put it to me was basically saying they accept this, but they are also wanting to negotiate some of the remaining things. And when we heard from President Trump earlier today on his True Social account, he warned Hamas to accept this completely by Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern in Washington, D.C., or else. So it's not clear if the president feels as though this is enough of an acceptance or they have some time to negotiate this a bit more. Connell.
Yeah, I think we'll see the Truth Social post from the president. I think we'll see in his tone, delivery, and the words he uses in that Oval Office address once it's posted. What about where you are, Robert, in the region? Has there been any reaction there?
Yeah, I mean, all is rather quiet here right now, Connell, and certainly people are going to be waiting here to see what the president has to say. I would also, taking the tone from Kellie, as she made a very astute observation, when the president really laid this out in a take it or leave it kind of format with that Truth Social post. And this, now that you see the full statement coming from Hamas that the president even shared publicly, it certainly isn't a full-blown take it from the group here. I mean, you're talking about the governance of Gaza, which we knew was a sticking point, hearing from negotiators earlier in the day. Hamas does not like the idea of governance going outside of the enclave. The president's proposal is that it would go to this so-called Board of Peace that he himself would head up. Hamas says they agreed to the idea of an independent Palestinian body heading up the Gaza Strip. Those aren't the same thing, is most notably. And then you also have, the conversations that we also know, hearing from negotiators, the security guarantees that Hamas had and the concerns that they had of the total implementation of this deal. Well, negotiators have been saying throughout the day that those are what they described as holes in this whole arrangement that would need to be filled here when it comes to the logistics of implementing such a deal here. So we had an idea coming into this that there were going to be certain things that need to be discussed here, but the president laid it out in rather plain terms today that this is the deal, this is the last chance for Hamas. And you see here, I mean, these are 11th hour negotiations here that you're now seeing on paper from the president that he has put out here. So this isn't quite the whole way. We're going to hear from the president shortly if this is enough in his eyes, but he laid it out rather clearly that there were some pretty strict boundaries to all of this earlier today, Connell.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.